Hey there Internet, Beaverchip here. This is episode 3 of the intermediate level Redstone circuitry. We're still talking about logic gates. The first one we're going to talk about this episode is an SC lock, also called a dual lock. The way this functions is it has 3 different inputs, and the only way you're going to get output power is if the middle input is on and either the left or the right input is on. So we've got that will turn the piston on, also that will turn the piston on, but if the middle one is off, the piston can't turn on no matter how many of these outside ones I turn on. So this could be useful if you have a condition where you need one thing has to be done and either one or another has to be done, then you can get power to your piston. Alright, the next advanced logic gate I want to talk about is what's called a limiter. It's on the back side here. It's this 2 dirt blocks with a torch on the side of the first block, wire connecting that torch up to the torch on the back side, and a repeater in the middle set to level 4. This is the input, and here's the output. And there's a view of the back side. This won't be on the wiki site, but I will put in the annotations a link to the site, the web page, or the video where I got the plan for this, although I changed it a little bit. But basically, this limiter sends a quick pulse to the piston and then turns off. So I turn the lever on, we get a quick pulse, and then it goes back down. And the only way to reactivate this pulse is to shut it off and then back on again. So it seems kind of silly, just a quick pulse with a lever, but we can do something very useful with it. If I connect in the second piece of the circuit here, and that's just a repeater set to level 3, I can make something that does a quick on, so the piston will go up quickly, and then have a delay when it turns off. So watch the piston closely here. It goes up quickly and down slow. It goes up quickly and down slow. This can be really useful in double stacking pistons because you need things to go up quickly and down slow, or down quickly and up slow. And I'll show that probably in a later tutorial, but for now just know that this is a limiter. Alright, the next logic gate is what's called a memory cell. And a memory cell, basically, it's hooked up to 2 different inputs, and it remembers whatever button was pressed last. This can be useful if you want to have like a door that stays open or closed. It'll remember whether you want it open or closed or not. It's not the best memory cell to use. I'll probably show next a better memory cell. This is kind of the basic setup. It's 2 dirt blocks set at a corner to each other. Basically this square right here is the memory cell, with redstone right here, this square, 2 going in right here and 2 right here, and that's the memory cell. That's the output. Right now I have it hooked up to a piston, and the inputs are a button into the dirt block and a button into the dirt block. So I'll show you how this works. If I happen to hit the right button, piston goes down, and then nothing happens when I press it again. So this could be like my piston off button or door close button, and then the left one will be my piston on button, or my door open, or whatever you want to turn on and off. You can have one as your on button and one as your off button. So that's a memory cell. Alright, this is the last advanced logic gate type thing I'm going to show for this episode. This whole thing is it, so it's a little complex, and I'm not going to show you exactly how to build it in this episode. I just want you to know that it exists, and probably in a later episode I will talk about how to build it. So what this does is it takes a button and turns it into a toggle button. So all the way down here I have a piston hooked up to the output, and all the way down here I have a button, and when I hit this button the piston will go up, and when I hit this button again piston will go down. So it basically turns a button into a lever. So not all that impressive as far as new stuff you can do. But I've had a couple cases in my own world where I wanted a button and it just looked better, and it seems fancier to do things with a button that can toggle on and off. So I'll just walk around it real quick in case you really want to try and build it using this video and seeing what's going on. But I would recommend, if you want to build it, either check out my video, which I'll probably make a tutorial on how to build one of these, or check out the video that I'm going to link in the annotation, where I got most of this design from. I tweaked it a little bit myself, but I'll link to the guy who gave me the majority of this design. That's it for this episode.